Hello guys, my name is Ahmad Shazani Daniel. Today, me and my team member will explain about symbolic interaction theory, a sociological perspective that helps us understand how people create meaning through everyday social interaction.
Hi everyone, in this section I will introduce symbolic interaction theory, a sociological theory developed by George Herbert Mead and later expanded by Herbert Blumer. Symbolic interaction theory explains how individuals understand the world and create meaning through daily social interaction. It focuses on how people communicate using shared symbols such as language, gestures, and facial expression. According to this theory, meaning does not exist naturally in objects or situations. Instead, meaning is created through interaction with others. This means that different people may interpret the same situation differently depending on their social experiences and interactions. One important idea in this theory is that meanings are not fixed. Meanings can change over time as people interact, reflect, and repeat their experiences. Because of this, human behavior is based on subjective meaning, not objective reality. Herbert Blumer summarized symbolic interaction theory into three key ideas. First, people act toward things based on the meanings those things have for them. Second, this meaning arises from social interaction with others. Third, meanings are consciously interpreted and modified through intentional thinking process.
What is social interaction theory? Social interaction theory is a sociological theory focusing on micro-level social interaction. Firstly, it explains how individuals create and interpret meaning in everyday life. For example, a smile can be interpreted as friendliness or sarcasm depending on content. Secondly, human behavior is guided by the meaning people assign to situation, object, and others. For example, a teacher is respected because students associate their role with authority. Thirdly, meaning are learned and changed through social interaction. For example, a hand gesture may be polite in a culture but offensive in another. Fourthly, symbols such as knowledge, gesture, uniform, and ritual carry shared meaning. For example, a school uniform symbolizes discipline and identity. Other than that, self and identity are socially constructed through interaction. For example, a student gains confidence after receiving positive feedback from peers. Lastly, individuals actively interpret and shape social reality, not passively follow it. Let's talk about the history of symbolic interaction theory. Symbolic interaction theory was originated from George Herbert Mead at the University of Chicago. Mead emphasized that mind, self, and meaning develop through social interaction. It is influenced by pragmatism, focusing on action, experience, and practical meaning. He also introduced the concept of the self as I and me. I stand for spontaneous and creative self, and me stand for internalized social norm and expectation. Mead ideas were compiled by students in mind, self, and society. Other than that, Herbert Blumer formally named and developed the theory. He coined the term symbolic internationalism in his book, Symbolic Internationalism, Perspective and Method. He provides three core premises. Firstly, people age based on meaning. Secondly, meaning arises from social interaction. And thirdly, meaning are interpreted and modified. Moreover, Charles Horton Kohler contributed the concept of the looking glass self, that explaining how self-concept develop through other perception.
There are elements of symbolic interaction theory. Number one is meaning. People act based on the meaning they assign to situation, object, and experience. Their meanings are created and changed through an interaction. For example, a red traffic light will stop because society agrees on that state. Number two is symbol. Symbols include language, gesture, sign, and object communicate meaning. The meaning depends on social agreement and cultural context. For example, a gesture thumbs up means approval. Number three is social interaction. Meaning are formed through a everyday interaction, even simple action requiring interpretation. For example, saying hello can be a friendly or rude depends on tones. Number 4 is social interaction, meaning are formed, maintained, and modified through everyday interaction. Even a simple action such as greeting involves interpretation. For example, if someone waves or smiles, it is interpreted as a friendliness, but if a same wave is done with the eye contact, it might be seen as disrespectful. Number 5 is role taking. This is ability to see from another person's perspective. For example, a student behaves politely in the class by understanding teacher expectations. Lastly, is the self. The self developed through interaction and social feedback, also known as the looking glass. Positive comment from peers increase confidence.
Hello guys, I'm back. Now I will explain about how this theory happened. This diagram explains the core idea of symbolic interaction theory, which focuses on how society is formed through everyday social interaction using symbols. At the top of the diagram is society. Society does not exist independently, instead it is continuously created through interaction between individuals. From society, people use symbols such as language, gesture, facial expression, and digital signs. This symbol help people communicate ideas and emotions. For example, in today's society, people often use the thumbs up symbol on social media and messaging apps. Through repeated interactions, people begin establish meaning. Over time, society agree that thumbs up symbol means approval and agreement or support. As individuals interpret this meaning, they develop their view. When someone receives a thumbs up, they may feel accepted, supported, or confident, even though no words are used. Next, individuals communicate with each other using this shared symbol and meaning. Communication becomes faster and more efficient because everyone understands what thumbs ups represent. Finally, ongoing communication helps shape and reinforce society. The thumbs up symbol becomes a social norm in digital communication, and the cycle continues.
Okay guys, now I will explain to you guys how to apply symbolic interaction theory in our daily life. First, we're looking at individual. Interaction theory interprets symbol in daily life shape behavior. For example, thumbs up, it means approval of something to the other person. Next, we self-develop via other reaction looking glass self. For example, praise boost confidence, criticism will lower it. Then, adjust behavior to roles. For example, someone wear formal at work and when friend wear smart casual. Okay, meanwhile, to apply symbolic interaction theory in daily life for group is it shares symbol norm that behavior. It means all the group members share same symbols, same norms at the same time, and it will guide their behavior. For example, punctuality in study group, it is responsibility for them and for all the group members. The role emerges through interaction. So, for the active member who come every time, every day, very early, he will recognize as the leader for the team. If there are conflict, it can be resolved by interpreting symbols such as feedback versus criticism.
In organization, this theory is a meaning of title, gesture, and ritual that will affect motivation on employees. For example, a promotion could often symbolize with trust and a change of status in an organization, which directly influence how the employee think, act, and feel within their workplace. Similarly, employees had formed this self-concept called looking glass self that was shaped by feedback and response from others. For instance, recognition boosts their confidence and performance in their work. Meanwhile, leaders often use clear symbols and communication to guide positive behavior, such as an open door policy which make them look more approachable for employees to seek their guidance. This policy symbolizes approachability and openness, which encourage employees to communicate freely, and it encourages open dialogue that allows employees to align their interpretation, which is especially important in diverse work environment.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farhan Nazim. I'm going to talk about the conclusion. Okay, first, symbolic interaction theory explains how human communication and social behavior are shaped through interpretation, and share symbols. Individuals respond not to reality itself, but to the meanings they are assigned to people, object, and situation through social interaction. Meanings are not fixed. They are continuously create, negotiation and modified through communication. Key scholars such as George Herbert Mead and Herbert Balmer and Charlie Hilton Coles emphasize that activity and self-concept are socially constructed. Concepts like the I and me, the look itself, looking glass self, and Brahma three premises show how individuals understand themselves through everyday interaction. So the theory is applicable at multiple level. So the first one is individual level. Symbol and feedback shape self-confident behavior and decision making. So the second is at the group level. Set symbol, norms and rules maintain cooperation and group identity. So the last level is organization level. Communication and workplace symbol include motivation, performance and culture. So overall, communication is a dynamic process that actively shapes social reality. Symbol interaction theory remains relative in modern society, including digital communication and organization life. It's all for me. Assalamualaikum.